there. Then we lived in the apartment above them, and the apartment was divided into a front and a back section. And the back section had a little peephole.
Yeah.
So when the two SA sons stamped down the stairs, you know, you heard it, and I'd run up there and I look at them, you know. And there were some other things that I don't even want to discuss that happened because for a time there when I was a little girl of 5 or 6 years old, I would go upstairs to visit, and the wife was very nice, but her husband touched me, and I never went up again. I mean, you know, nothing happened, just with his hand, but I got so petrified that I never went up again after that.
Let's pick it back up.
That doesn't have to go in there.
No, we won't put that in. You are getting your medical exam in Stuttgart, and you're getting ready to come over. That's where we left off. So whenever you're ready.
Well, I think we ought to go back to life in Germany.
We'll do that at the end. I'll come back.
Oh, okay.
Because then we can. What we'll do is we'll put it all together in one singular piece.
Yeah. No, we got here, and my brother's stepfather, who made out the papers, realized that my father went there by himself, and he had the rest of the family, my mother, my 2 other brothers. I haven't talked about my oldest brother, and I, my mother. He sent us, the sponsor sent us to Haverhill, Massachusetts, because he had already figured out that there was no English knowledge there, and then my father couldn't be a professional in Terre Haute, Indiana, and he had sent him to a theological seminary in, I think, in Pennsylvania. At any rate, his English wasn't strong enough. He had some English, but no way enough to even teach, youngsters. And so actually my father joined us in Boston, where there were some friends of the sponsor. And the sponsor saw to it that my father found a job in a cotton factory and took English lessons on the side. And that by that time I was 10 or 11, and I was able to babysit. And my brother Martin, next to me in age, stood in front of the most popular movie house selling his newspapers. And he did nicely. And then I got a job babysitting nearby across the street. So after he got finished selling the evening newspaper, he could come over and get me, if the rats hadn't eaten me up first. There were exciting days, but we were here. And when we were in Haverhill, Massachusetts, where this all took place, the first few weeks, the sponsor's friend had rented an apartment for us in a Jewish home, and that wasn't too bad, except that there were mice.
Can you talk a little bit about your boat ride over?
Boat ride over.
Your boat ride from
yes,
Germany.
that's worthwhile.
Yeah, let's
because
talk about it.
Our boat ride over was wonderful, and my brother and I were, we're grown up. He's 12 and I'm 10 or 11, and we ran all over the boat from top to bottom, and had wonderful meals. We ate when everybody else was too sick to eat. He and I would go in the dining room and have and eat. And we met an American teacher, a woman, who realized that we didn't know any English. She talked to us, and we said in a little broken English that we had picked up while we were waiting from January to our departure. We had a private teacher maybe once a week for an hour to teach us a little basic English. So she said, you have to learn English. Every day you go to the movies here in the boat. So she made sure we'd go. That's the way you learn English, when you go to the English pictures of the English pictures in the movies.
Do you remember any of the movies that you saw?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember anything about it except that I know we went to the movies.
Do you want to now go back and talk about growing up in Germany? Friends, family, hobbies, living in your apartment, that type of
Oh,
stuff?
I remember a lot about that.
Do you want to talk about it?
Those are the 3 you caught and go right away.